Hello students, a very good afternoon to one and all. Welcome back to the session. Before going to start today's class, let me revise what all things we have studied in the previous session. We have discussed about the SQL constraints. Constraints are nothing but some restrictions or limitations, right? Some of the constraints are null, not null, default, unique, primary key, and check constraints. This and all we have discussed. Along with this, we have discussed order by clause also. That is exclusively used to sort the records based on their register number, based on their name, or based on their total percentage. Okay, we can display the records in an ascending order. We can display the records in a descending order. Okay, in a decreasing order. That is also possible using the order by class. That and all we have discussed. Today we are moving to the next segment. That is SQL functions. This is the last segment from this chapter called as a structured query language. Okay. So SQL function serves the purpose of manipulating the data items and returning a result. There are many built-in functions available in the structured query language. The functions are classified into two different categories. The first one is group functions and second one is scalar function. There you can see the names. The first one is group functions and scalar function. Second one is scalar functions. These are the built-in functions which are available in the structured query language. So let us go for the first one, that is a group functions. As the name itself indicates, it is going to act on a group of values. Okay, functions that act on a set of values. This is the most important. Functions that act on set of values are called as a group functions. A group function can take entire column of a data as its argument and produces a single data item that summarizes the column. Okay, so whatever the value which are present in that particular column, it is going to take entire column and produces a single result. Okay, which is going to act on a group of rows. So some of the following SQL functions are there. You can see the below table consisting of two columns. And the first column is represented as function. Second column is represented as a description. Okay, there are different functions are available in the group function. The first one is AVG. AVG stands for average. Okay, as we all are familiar with this function. Okay, this is going to returns average value of n. It is going to returns average value of n, ignoring null values. Is most important. Ignoring null values. Say for example, some row does not contain any value, that is going to be ignored. Okay, so the first function is AVG. Second function is count of expression. COUNT, count of expression, EXPR. So returns the number of rows where expression is not null. Returns the number of rows which are present in that particular column. It is going to be returned. Say for example, 10 records are there, it is going to return 10. Say for example, some 8 records are there, 2 is blank, means it is going to return only 8. Okay, if some rows are empty, means it won't count. Okay, count of expression returns the number of rows where expression is not null. It must contain some value, then only it is going to count. If it does not contain any value, means it won't count. Fine. The third function is count of star. Okay, count of star returns the number of rows in the table including duplicates. See, this returns the number of rows in a table including duplicates and those with null values. This function, count of star function, is going to return number of rows which are present in the table including duplicate and even those with null values. If it does not contain any value, means that also it is going to count. Which function? Count of star. Star indicates all including duplicate values. If including null values also, it is also going to count. Which one? Count of star. Average, count of expression, count of star. And fourth one, min. MIN stands for minimum. As the name itself indicates, it is going to return the minimum value of an expression. Say for example, in a marks column or in a percentage column, some of them have taken the higher healthy percentage. Some of them have got the least percentage. I would like to find who has got the lowest percentage. By using this MIN stands for minimum function, I can easily find out who has got the minimum percentage. Okay, and the next one, second one, that is a max. MAX stands for, this is an exactly opposite of mean. Okay, maximum. This is going to be, it is used to find the maximum value in a column. And the last one, SUM, sum, returns the sum value of n. I can find the sum of all the values right from the first row to last row. Say for example, I would like to find the marks of computer science from first one to last one. I would like to find sum of all, I would like to add all the things. Using which function? Using sum function, I can add the marks of all the rows right from first row to last row. These are all of the group functions. Once again, AVG stands for average function. This is going to return an average value of n, ignoring null values. Second one, count of expression. This is going to return number of rows where expression is not null. Most important. This function is going to return number of rows where expression is not null. It must contain some value. Then only it is going to be counted. If it does not contain, means it won't count. Third one, count of star. This function is going to return number of rows in the table, including duplicate and those with a null value. If it is having some rows are having some duplicate value, means still it is also going to count. And if it does not contain any value, means that is also to be counted. By which function? Count of star function. MIN stands for minimum function. This is used to find the minimum value in a particular column. Similarly, max, it is used to find the maximum value in a column. And this is used to find the sum of all the values in a column. Okay, these are all the grouping functions which acts on an entire column of a data as its argument and produce a single data item that summarizes the column. Moving to the next one, some scalar functions. Okay, functions that act on only one value, the most important functions that act on only one value at a time. But whereas group functions which acts on the entire column, but it acts on only one value, particular row. Functions that act on only one value at a time are called as a scalar functions. We can further classify the functions using the type of data with they are designed to work. Again, scalar functions are classified into some broad categories. Like have a look at the table, functions and descriptions. In a function column, numeric functions, string functions, date functions, some conversion functions. Numeric functions works with a number. This numeric functions, it purely works with a number. Say for example, absolute, power, round, square root, seal, floor. Okay, these are all the functions which acts on only for number, which acts with a number. String functions works with a character based data. Example, some of the character functions are text based function. This is also called as a text based functions, character based functions, or string based functions. Lower, init cap, init, init cap, upper, substring, length, left trim, right trim. Okay, in shortcut L trim and R trim. These are all the functions which works with the character based functions or string based functions. Some date functions like add underscore months, last underscore days, months underscore between, next underscore day. These are all of the date functions. Some of the conversion functions are, these functions are used to convert one type of data to another type, to number, to character, to date. Okay, these are the character functions. Let us discuss one by one. Okay, so first we'll go with the numeric functions. Have a look at this numeric functions. Numeric functions are used to perform operations on numbers. As I said earlier, these functions are going to be performed with only with the numbers. Numeric functions are used to perform operations on number. They accept the numeric values as input and returns numeric value as output. So it is going to accept number as an input and it is going to display the output as number as an output. Okay, accepting also number, displaying also number, which deals with only with the numbers. Got it. So moving to the next one, we'll discuss one by one functions which comes under the numeric functions. The first one is ABS of X. ABS stands for absolute value. Do remember, absolute value, right? So absolute of X, this is going to take only one argument. There you can see in the bracket I wrote as X. That means this absolute function is going to return one as an argument, one variable as an argument or a parameter, so you can call it as a. It is going to return an absolute value of the number. Okay, this function is going to return an absolute value of the number x. Let us take an example for this using this absolute function. There you can see here example, select ABS. Select ABS. ABS is the name of the numeric function. That is what absolute. In bracket, what I wrote, minus 1.3, close bracket, from dual. So dual is a dummy table which is having single row and a single column. Okay. So dual is a dummy table, that is a ready-made table which is available in the structured query language, which consists of a single row and a single column. It is going to return absolute value of the number x. Example, select absolute of minus 1.3 from dual. The output will be 1.3. Okay, it is going to return a positive value. Got it? The second one, ceil. The second numeric function is ceil. CEIL. How many parameters are there for this function? We have only one parameters for this function. Okay, that is what the x. So this function is going integer value that is greater than. This function is going to return an integer value that is greater than or equal to the number of x. It is going to return an integer value that is greater than or equal to the number. Equal to the number x. Have a look at some two examples for this ceil function. Have a look at this first example. I'm just pointing the red color highlighter here. Select ceil. I'm using the function called as ceil. How many parameters are there? Only one parameter. So what I'm using the value here in the parenthesis 2.56. Select ceil. Select ceil of 2.56 from which table? Dual table. Select ceil of 2.56 close parenthesis from dual. I'm going to get the answer as highest value. Okay, the next higher value of this number 2.56. The next higher integer number is 3. Look at this. This function is going to return integer value that is greater than or equal to the number x. Integer value that is greater than or equal to the number x. The first example is select ceil of 2.56 from dual. The output will be, I am going to get the answer in SQL software is 3. Okay. The second example, there you can have a look at this. So before that, you need to remember what I gave the value as 2.56, but I'm getting as a higher value. Okay. Higher value, that is 3. Look at the second example. Select ceil of minus 2.56. Select ceil of minus 2.56 close parenthesis from dual. The highest value of minus 2.56 is minus 2, not minus 3. Minus 3 will be the smaller than minus 2.56. So it will be going with a higher value. Higher value is minus 2. So I'm going to get the answer as minus 2. Let me repeat the second example. Select ceil of minus 2.56 from dual. I am going to get the answer as 2, minus 2. See, minus 2.56 is smaller than minus 2. If I'm going with minus 3 means minus 3 will be the smaller than this. So what I said is it's a higher than the given number. 2.56 in the first example, I got the answer as 3, and minus 2.56 we are given the value using ceil function, but I'm getting as minus 2. Got it? So if I'm using minus 1 here means I will be getting as answer as a 0 here. Okay, got it? So the third function, that is the numeric function, is floor. FLOOR. How many arguments are there? So only one argument. Integer value that is less than or equal to the number. That is what the greater than. This is what the less than. Integer value that is less than or equal to the number x. Have a look at the first example. Select. Instead of ceil, I am going with the floor. Select floor of 14.96. Select 14.96 from dual. Look at this second example. Select ceil of 2.56. I am getting the answer as 3 here. The higher, greater than this value. But here in the floor, integer value that is less than or equal to the number x. So I'm using the function as floor. Select floor of 14.96 from the table called as a dual. I am going to get the answer as 14, the smaller one. Okay. So it won't go for 15. It will come down to the smaller number, 14. The value I gave is 14.96. I'm getting, instead of 15, I'm getting as 14 using floor function. Look at the second example. Select floor of minus 3.92 from dual. I'm going to get the answer as minus 4. Look at this. The output will be minus 4. That is what they are saying in this function. Integer value that is less than or equal to the number x. Second example, select floor of minus 3.92 from dual. Okay, instead of getting 3, I will be getting the smaller than this. Okay, minus 4 is smaller than minus 3.92, right? Moving to the last second one, that is trunk. Okay, truncate. Trunk of how many parameters are there? There are two parameters are there. One is x, another one is y. Truncate value of number x up to y decimal places. Have a look at the first example. Select trunc, trunc. This is what the function name, must use the same thing. Trunc, trunc. In bracket I wrote some float value, some real number, 134.54322216, comma 2. This comma 2 indicates that after decimal point you should consider only how many digits? Only 2 digits. Okay. If I use here 3 means it is going to consider 543. If I use here 1 means it is going to consider only 5. If I use here comma 0 means it is going to consider only 134. It is going to discard the fractional part. So select trunc 134.54322216, comma 2. From which table? Dual table. Dual is a dummy table which is having single row and single column. The output will be 134.54. It is going to consider only the decimal, after decimal point only 2 digits, because we have given here the parenthesis comma 2. Got it? This is about the trunc, which is having how many parameters? 2 parameters. The last numeric functions in SQL structured query languages are round. How many parameters are there? Again, 2 parameters are there, x and y. Rounded off value of the number x up to number y decimal places. Have a look at the example. Select round, round is the name of the SQL function, which is a numeric function. 25.50 from dual. The output will be the next higher number, 26, rounded off. Okay, nearer to the next higher number. These are all the numeric functions. Once again, a quick remind: absolute value, ceil function, floor function, trunc function, round function. This absolute value is going to return the absolute value of a given integer, given number. Okay, ceil of x, this is going to return an integer value that is greater than or equal to the number x. Floor, this is going to return an integer value that is less than or equal to the number of x. Trunc, we truncate value of numbers of x up to y decimal places. Rounded off value the number x up to the number y decimal places. Okay, these are the 5 different numeric functions which comes under the structured query language. Moving to the next one. Some character functions or a text functions or a string functions. Okay, so in SQL some 5 to 6 functions are available in many more functions are available in the structured query language. Here we have selected only some hardly 5 to 6 functions. Okay, let us go for in detail. These functions are used to accept character input and can return both characters and number values. Okay, it is going to accept a character as an input and can return both character and as well as number, called as character functions or text functions. Let us go for the in detail one by one along with an example. So lower, the first one is lower, lower, string value. This function converts all the letters in the specified string in the lower case. Okay, for example, select lower of name. I have given the name, column name as name, column name as a student name. From which table? Student table. I have created a table called as a student. In that we are having some 4 columns: name of a student, register number of a student, name of a student, combination of a student, fees of a student. So we have all the names are stored in a uppercase. By using this function, this lower function, it is going to convert all the names into uppercase to lowercase. Select lower is the name of function. I am using which column? Name column. All the names are in a uppercase. Those names will be converted to lowercase from which table? Student table. Second one, this is an exactly opposite function of lower. Upper string value converts all letters in the specified string to uppercase. Select example, select upper of name from student. The names which have been converted from which have been converted to lowercase, those all things will be converted again back to uppercase using this function. That is what the second one. First one is lower, second one is upper. Moving to the third function, that is length. As you can easily determine, this function is used to determine the length of a given string, right? So returns a length of a specified string. Okay, returns a length of a specified string. Have a look at the example. Select length in bracket I gave as a Kalburgi. Okay, which is written in a single quotation. Kalburgi. Okay, from which table? Dual table. Okay, dual is a dummy table which is having single row and a single column. Okay. So I'm going to get the answer as 10. See, look at this, just to count the words, count the letters one by one. Kalburgi. Total characters will be 10. The length of string is 10. The first one is lower, second one is upper, and third one is length. Moving to the fourth one, that is initcap. That means init cap. Init cap, string value. This function sets the first character in each word to uppercase and the rest of the characters are lowercase. This function, which function? Init cap function, sets the first character in each word to uppercase and the rest of them are in a lowercase. Say for example, all the best, all the best. The first character in all is A. The second, and in the second word, the first character is T. And in the third, all the best, in the third word, the first character is B. So these three characters are going to be set as an uppercase and the rest of the characters will be in a lowercase. Sets the first character in each word to uppercase and the rest of to lowercase. For example, look at the example. Select initcap. It's a complete one word. There is no blank space. initcap, init cap. In single quotation, what I wrote, all the very best to you. All the very best to you. Look at this. A will come in a capital. LL will be in a small letter. In the second word, T will be in a capital. And third word, V will be in a capital. And in the fourth one, B will be the capital and T will be the capital. And in the last word, Y will be the capital. The rest of the characters will be in a lowercase only. That is what the special quality of init cap. Moving to the last second one, ASCII. As you all are familiar with the ASCII code, okay, stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. That and all we have discussed in the first PUC, that too in the data representation chapter. Okay, ASCII of character. This function returns the ASCII code of a character. Okay, I have a look at this example. Select name of function is ASCII. In bracket, I wrote as A. That is a small a. That is written in single quotation. Small a corresponds to its equivalent ASCII value is 97. Okay, if it is a capital A means 65. Got it? From which table? Dual. This is going to return a 97. Okay, that is equivalent ASCII code is 97. The last one is concatenate. That means joining of two or more strings. Joining of two or more string. Okay, concat. String 1 comma string 2. See why I am using here two parameters, because I have to join one string with another. Say for example, Ravi is there, Shankar is there. Ravi is one string, Shankar is another string. If I use a concatenate function, the resultant output will be Ravi Shankar. Using which function? Concatenate. CONCAT. Have a look at this. This function concatenates two strings. Concatenate means joining of two strings. This function concatenates two strings. Have a look at the example. Select concat. Concat. It's a complete one word. There is no blank space. In bracket, in the first single quotation, I wrote as Anil. Again, comma in single quotation, Kumar. Single quotation close parenthesis. From which table? From dual table. I am going to get the answer as Anil Kumar without giving a blank space. Okay. Even you can combine more than two strings also. For example, in string 1 as Ravi, in string 2 as Shankar, in string 3 as Guruji. So if I use the concatenate function, the output will be Ravi Shankar Guruji. Got it? These are all are the character functions. Once again, a quick remind. Character functions or text function. The first one is lower, second one is upper, and third one is length. Or length of a string can be determined. This it is going to convert which are all in the lower case, it is going to convert into upper case, and the first one is which are all in upper case, that is going to be converted into lower case. Init cap in a one sentence, each letter, each word first letter is going to be converted to upper case. The rest of them are in lower case. And this function is going to return the ASCII code of that given character. Combined to the last one is it is used to combine two or more strings together. Okay. Moving to the next function, date functions. Okay. Numeric functions over, character functions over, date functions. These are functions that takes a value that are of data type date. Okay, that we have discussed in the beginning of the chapter. Some different data types are going to be used in the SQL, like number, character, varchar, date. Okay, so a date as input and returns the value of date type as date, except for the months underscore between function, which returns a number. Have a look at some of the date functions. Okay, here also we have mentioned some 5. Okay, the first one, add underscore months. There you can see underscore is there. We have just made an underline here. Add underscore months. In between, how many parameters are there? 2 parameters are there. One is date, another one is n. Look at this. Returns a date value after adding a n months. Returns a date value after adding a n months to the date. Have a look at this example. I'll tell you. Select add underscore months. Add underscore months. In single quotation, the date is given in the single quotation. 5th single quotation start 5th February 2019 single quotation close comma 8. From dual, I am going to get the answer as 10th October 2019. That means it is going to add n months. That is what returns a date value after adding how many months? N months. I have given as 8. Here February means 2, 8, 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 means you will be getting as October. That is what we are in the October month, right? So select add underscore months in single quotation 5 February 2019 single quotation close comma 8. If instead of 8, if I give as a 7 means I will get as a September. Okay, got it. So if instead of 8, if I give as a 10, I will be in the month of December. Got it. This is about the add underscore months. Moving to the second one, sys date. It's a complete one word. There is no blank space between sys and date. Sys date means system date. This function is going to display the system date. Example, select sys date from dual. It is going to show the system date and time. Got it. The third one, months underscore between. How many parameters? 2 parameters, x1 and x2. Returns the number of months between dates x1 and x2. Returns the number of months between dates x1 and x2. Have a look at this example. Select months underscore between. I have given the date as within the single quotation 16th December 2014 single quotation close again comma. This is what the x1 and 16th September 2014 single quotation close. From dual, I am going to get the answer as, see, December means 12, September means 9, right? December means 12, September means 9. 12 minus 9 is 3, right? That is what I got the answer as 3 and the SQL. Okay. So moving to the fourth function, next underscore day. with two parameters, x comma week underscore day. This function returns the next date of the week underscore day on after the date x occurs. Have a look at the example. Select next underscore day. I have given the date as single quotation 20th July 83. 20th July 83 single quotation close comma. This 20th day belongs to which day? On this 20th belongs to Wednesday in 1983. Okay. So that is written in a single quotation. Date is also written in single quotation comma and day is also written in single quotation. Okay. Close parenthesis from dual. Once again I'll repeat. Select one blank space next underscore day open parenthesis. I have given the date as single quotation 20th July 1983 single quotation close comma. That 20 belongs to which day? That was on that date was Wednesday. Single quotation close parenthesis from which table? Dual table. I am going to get the answer as the next week. That is what? 27 July 83. The given date is 20. It is going to return the next week. Okay. So the last one, last underscore day. Last underscore day. How many parameters are there? Only one parameter, that is x. It is used to determine the number of days remaining in the month. So each and every month will have a different days, like January is 31, February 28, like this, March 30, 31, 30, like this. So in order to determine in which month how many days are there, you can use this function. Last underscore day of x. It is used to determine the number of days remaining in the month from the date x specified. Example, select last underscore day. What I given the date? 3rd January 2020 in a single quotation, 3rd January 2020 from which table? Dual table. The output I am going to get is 31st. As we all know that January month will be having how many days? 31 days. That is what I got the answer as 31 January 2020. Instead of that, if you are going with the 5th February 2020, you will be getting the days as 28 days. Got it? Okay. These are all are the date functions. Once again, a quick reminder. The first one is add underscore months. How many parameters? Two parameters, date comma n. Second one, sys date. Okay, it is going to return the system date. Third one, months underscore between with two parameters x1 and x2. And the fourth one is next underscore day, the two parameters x comma week underscore day. And the last one is last underscore day. This is going to return a number of days which are present in that particular month. Okay, in order to work these functions, one must have a Oracle 10G Express edition. In that we have executed all the functions like date functions, character functions, numeric functions. Okay, next moving to the next one, I would like to perform some of the grouping functions for this entire table. How the grouping functions are going to be executed with this beautiful table. Have a look at this table. A table consists of columns, like the first column has register number, second column has a name, and third column has a CC. CC stands for college code. Okay, so these are the marks of physics, chemistry, mathematics, and computer science marks. The total of all 4 subject marks here, and the city. The students are belonging to some different part of the cities. Okay, like we have added how many records? 10 records. There you can see right from rule register number 101 to 110. These are the names. C1 is the college code, C2 is another college code, C2, C3 is another one. Okay, we have used some 3 different types of college codes, like what we are having the college code KK, like okay, like that. CC is a college code, C1 is a name, another college, C2 is another college, and C3 is another college. Okay, so these are the marks. Okay, let us go for the some grouping functions to perform on this beautiful table. What is the first function in the grouping function? Count function. Okay, there you can see here count function. This function is used to count the number of values in a column. Okay, count of star is used to count the number of rows in the table, including duplicate and those with null values. See, the count of star means this is going to count number of rows which are present, including duplicate values and not null value. Also, it is going to count which function? Count of star. But count of expression function, that is going to count only it must contain some values that is going to be counted, that count of expression. Have a look at the example. Select count of star from exam. Select count of star means how many rows are there. I don't want to display all rows, just you need to display how many rows are there in the table called as exam. Select count of star. Star means all. From which table? Exam table. Have a look at this. How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. So I am going to get the answer as 10. Right. Second one. Example. Select count of register number. I want to count register number. Select count of register number from which table? Exam. I am putting a condition where college code CC is equal to C3. I'll repeat once again. Select count of register number from exam where college code is equal to C3. Okay. Just to have a look at the table. How many students belongs to C3? C3, 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 C3. Total how many? C3 1, C3 is there another one, C3 another one, C3. Total 4. So I am going to get the answer as count of register number. Those students who belongs to the C3 colleges, only 4 students. 4 students are belongs to which college? C3 college, like KK 100 and KK 121, like this. This is the different codes. Like similarly, C1 is a college code, another college. C2 is another, C3 is another. So the students from C3 college are 4 students. Using which function we have calculated? Count function. Moving to the next one, average function. This function is used to find the average of the values in a numeric value. Okay. Have a look at the example. Select AVG is the average name of function. CS from exam. I am finding the average of computer science. Okay, have a look at the table. So I'm just counting this only this particular column. Okay, I'm counting only this particular column. CS 99 plus 49 plus 99 plus 79 plus 79 plus 79 plus 78 plus 28 plus 79 plus 78. You can count all the numbers. You can take calculator. You can just count 99, 49, 99, 79 till last 78. After that, you just divide it by 10 because how many rows are there? 10 rows are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you will get the answer as 74.7. That this is what the average. Got it? Moving to the next one, sum function. This function is used to find the sum of values in a numeric column. Have a look at the example. Select sum of physics. I am finding the total of which subject? Only physics column, not chemistry, not mathematics, not computer science. Okay. Select sum of physics from exam. I'm going to get the answer as 729. Have a look at this. You should take the calculator and just press the figures. 98 plus 38 plus 100 plus 78 plus 88 plus 100 plus 47 plus 33 plus 100 plus 47. We'll be getting the answer as 729. Only physics you are adding. Got the point? Next one. As the name itself indicates, max function. That is what we have discussed at the beginning. This is going to return the maximum value in the particular column. This function is used to find the maximum value in a column. Have a look at the example. Select max of physics from exam. That means select max of physics from exam. In the exam table, in that too in the physics sub column, I'm finding the maximum marks. The maximum marks in that column is 100. Right? That is what I got the answer. This is what the query and this is what the answer. Similarly, the next one, MIN stands for minimum function. This function is used to find the minimum value in a numeric column. Select MIN of PHY from exam. Same again from the same table that is called as exam table. In that which column? Physics column. I would like to find which is the minimum marks in the physics. Okay. Have a look at this table, physics. So as we have discussed, as we have displayed, the 100 is the maximum marks and 33 is the lowest marks. There you can see here 33, right? This is what the marks of physics, right? Max is over, mean is over, sum is over, average, okay, count is over. These are all of the group functions. Got it? Next, moving to the next segment, group by functions, right? Group by functions, the most important, okay? Group by function. Before that, in the previous session, we have discussed about the order by class. Okay, group by functions. In bracket, we can call it as a grouping of results. The SQL query, SQL group by clause. This must be read it as a clause, not class. Okay, clause, C-L-A-U-S-E. The group by clause is used in collaboration with the which statement? Select statement. So group by clause can be used with which command? Select command. To arrange, most important, have a look at this. To arrange identical data into groups. Identical means same type of rows is one side. To arrange identical data into groups. This group by clause is used with the select statement to arrange identical data. Identical means same. Identical data into groups. The group by clause follows the where clause in a select statement and precedes the order by clause. Have a look at the general syntax of group by clause given below. Select is a keyword, column name 1, comma column name 2 from table name where condition. I'll repeat once again. Select is a keyword, column name 1, comma column name 2 from table name where condition. Group by column name 1, comma column name 2, order by column name 1, comma column name 2, and with the semicolon. See here we are using the group by clause as well as order by class, and we are putting a condition and we are displaying only particular columns. There you can see select column name 1, comma column name 2. If you want to display all, you can display. If you want to display only particular column, you can take the column name. From which table, you need to mention the table name, and there you can put some particular condition. Okay, group by particular columns, order by column name. You can sort the records based on ascending or descending using order by class. Okay, have a look at some example with the same table, exam table. To find the number of students in each college. See, the question is to find the number of students in each college. There are three different colleges are there. C1 is the one college, C2 is another college, and C3 is another college. How many students are studying in C1 college and how many students are studying in C2 and as well as C3? That is what the given question. To find the number of students in each college, we'll make use of this following query. There you can see, have a look at this. Select CC. Select CC. CC means college code. See, I am displaying only particular columns. I'm not displaying whole table, whole columns. Select CC, comma, count of CC. Select CC, comma, count of CC. From which table? Examination table. Group by CC. Okay. Select once again the query. Select CC. CC means college code. Select college code. Count of CC. How many colleges are there? C1, C2, C3. And in each college, how many students are studying? That we need to determine. That is the question. Select CC, comma, count of CC from which table? Examination. Group by CC. That means it has to display how many students are studying in C1, how many students are studying in C2, and how many students are studying in C3. But here we are not using the order by class. We'll make use of in the next second query. Okay. So have a look at the output. I am displaying two columns. The first column is represented as CC. That is what we have requested in the query. CC stands for college code. Count of CC. That means 4 students are studying in which college? C3 college. And 2 students are studying in which college? C1 college. And again 4 students are studying in which college? C2 college. I will take you to the table. Have a look at this. So C1, only 2 students are studying in C1. Okay. So in C2, 4 students are studying in C2. C3. That means 4 students are studying in C3, 4 students are studying in C2, and only 2 students are studying in C1. Got it? Now, so that is what the same output I got here. In C3 college, 4 students. In C1 college, 2 students. And in C2 college, 4 students. Total how many? 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. That is what the 10 records we have. Okay. So again, with the same table, we'll find the they are using group by class will determine will display on the basis of alphabetical order. Okay, have a look at this. To find the number of students, second example using group by class. To find the number of students, sum, average, maximum, minimum marks in computer science from each city. So what is the question here? The question is, we need to find the number of students. How many students are there? Number of students, their sum, their average, and their maximum marks and their minimum marks in which subject? In computer science. We need to display the number of students, sum, average, maximum marks, minimum marks in computer science from each city. Have a look at the query. This is what the question and this is what the answer here. Select city, comma, count of city, comma, sum of CS, comma, average of CS, comma, max of CS, comma, mean of CS. From which table? Examination table. Group by city. This is not a complete one word. This is there you have a blank space between group and by. Group, one blank space, by city. Have a look at the query. Once again, I'll read. Select city, comma, count of city, comma, sum of CS, comma, average of CS, comma, max of CS, comma, mean of CS. From which table? Examination table. Group by city. Have a look at the output. I am going to get the 8 records. So city is the right sure, count 2, sum is 177, average is 88.9, max is 99, and mean is 78, minimum marks. From B the, okay, 1, 49 in computer science, sum, average will only 1 means 49 itself is the sum, 49 average, 49 as the maximum, 49 as the minimum. Mysore, from Mysore only one student has a computer science. 79 is the sum, 79 itself is the average, 79 itself is the maximum and minimum. Belgavi 1, 28 is the sum, 28 is the average, 28 is the minimum and maximum. Vijaypur, same, one record means same itself, 79, 79, 79. Kalburgi, 2 students, one total sum is 178, average is 89, maximum is 99, minimum is 78. Tumkur is also 1 and Chitradurga is also 1. This is what the output I am going to get at the end. Select city, comma, count of city, comma, sum of CS, comma, max of CS, comma, average of CS, comma, mean of CS. From which table? Examination table. Group by city. Okay. In each group, like from Raichur 2 students, Bidar 1 student, Mysore 1 student, Belgavi 1 student, Vijaypur is 1 student, Kalburgi is 2 students, Tumkur and Chitradurga is 1. There you can see the table. I'll show you the table. Okay. There you can see from Kalburgi only 2 students. Okay. Ajay and one more is Kalim. Okay. So from Bidar, I think hope only one by Bidar. No Bidar is there. Okay. Downside. Right. That is what the same thing I got the output. Okay. This is about the group by class. Okay. The question is expected in the examination, right? The difference between order by class and group by class. There you can give an example. Okay. And you can give an example for this or else the previous one, the example 1. The functions which we have discussed like name stuff, numeric functions, date functions, some character functions. Okay. These are all the most important. Okay. Which may expect in the examination that too for 5 marks. Got it? Okay. These all things is related in the SQLs. Okay, structure, query, language. We'll discuss the next chapter in the next session. Okay, thank you for watching this video.